Good morning, sunshine. What a great way to start the day. Sunshine, cool breeze, smells delicious. I heard this section had some really tall grasses and was going to be a place to do lots of tic-tacs. I guess they were right. Look at all of this. I thought I'd do a couple of updates. The first update is my raincoat. As I mentioned, someone behind me has my coat. At least that's the rumor on the trail. No one knows who has it. No one knows their name. And last reported, they were 3 miles behind me, but I haven't seen them. Now, I've done a couple of big mile days, so maybe that's why. But I'm hoping that the word gets out. I've told everyone, and my hiking friends are on the lookout. But since I'm getting off trail tonight, I'm not sure if I'll actually miss it. I don't know. We'll see. So here's a road. And the leaves and the trees are loud. Anyway, the other update is that when I lost my raincoat, I immediately ordered a new one and had it shipped to where I'm heading right now. Why I'm getting off trail is to pick up my new raincoat. And unfortunately, I just got an email message that the shipping is delayed and it won't be there in time. So I have a raincoat that's following me, and I have a raincoat that will arrive at a destination 2 days after I leave. And I have an emergency poncho in my backpack from the Trail Magic. I'm not sure how this little scenario will play out. Stay tuned. Taking a little side trail to a lookout today, which I didn't do yesterday. Part of the reason I'm doing it, I guess, is because there is garbage. And even though I'm getting picked up, I don't want to carry garbage around. Anytime I can get rid of it is a good thing. And the comments on Far Out say don't miss it. So, I guess I better go see. So this is called Thunder Ridge Lookout. And it's windy. The second update is my knees, my right ankle, and my shoulders. New shoes has made a big difference. I definitely will not push this pair 730 miles. Will most likely swap out between 400 and 500 miles. Additionally, I switched from KT tape to Luco tape on my right ankle and provided it with a bit more support over these last couple of days. I think it was helpful. I did take it off last night though because it was starting to itch. So we'll see how today goes. And so that's knees, shoes, shoulders. My shoulders feel better. I was not using trekking poles for the most part unless I needed to, but the last 2 days with bigger miles I've used trekking poles, and my shoulders, while sore, have been okay, and most importantly they have not been aching so much at night. They still do a little bit, but before the aching would wake me up and keep me up all night, and that's not happening. This looks like a good place for a snack. Back to the raincoat update. There is a saying that the trail provides. And usually it's said when something wonderful and magical happens, like when I found the black gloves after I lost mine, or the toothpaste, things like that. Even the rain shell, the emergency poncho when I lost my raincoat. But it means more than that. The trail provides so many things. It provides lessons. It provides opportunities for facing your fears. It provides challenges. And this raincoat thing has been all of that. I was given the emergency poncho, but not until after I had struggled with the idea of being wet for a couple of days and the fear regarding that. Supposedly my raincoat is on its way, but not until after I had faced the challenge of the added expense of buying a new one, and it may never get here, actually, the raincoat. And so there's that, the unknown, the anticipation, and the not thinking about it too much. And then there's the new raincoat that was my safety net that is no longer going to arrive before the rainstorm. So the trail provides so much, and this has provided me with an opportunity. And so I'm working through that today. There's a prescribed burn up this climb, so everything is exposed and it's hot today. So amongst all the dead is life growing back. This climb was supposedly 1.2 miles, but it has felt like 4. And I'm still going up. Finally coming down the backside of that climb and to a water source where I will stop and have a snack. And then I should be almost midway by then. Colors in through here are just crazy. I think my lens was dirty. I don't know if that matters. It just got super dry and rocky, exposed and hot. But I think this is my last climb. Lots of views through the trees. It is hot and humid, but I am going down. This must be the James River, because I am heading to the James River Bridge parking. Look how bright red this little mushroom is. Holy smokes. I couldn't miss it. think this is the James River Bridge, and that's about where I'm headed. These last couple of miles have been pretty easy miles, following a creek, and it'll be nice to be done for the day. Back to back, 18 miles, 20 miles, and 15 miles. My body can use a break, but it's held up really well, and for that I'm grateful. I think the new shoes made a big difference, and I'm also doing really well fueling, and so that's the last update that I need to share. Some giant rocks here. That's the top. So heading up over the bridge now. And there are people jumping off it and swimming below. Maybe I can get Devin, my son, to come out here and jump off the bridge.
It's bedtime. Wow, that went fast. So I was just finishing the hike, and all of a sudden I am at a Trail Angel's house where I'm staying. This is where I was going to pick up my raincoat, and it won't be here as planned. But I did get a chance to hear stories and connect, and it was wonderful. So I am about to call it a night. I've got all of my, well, most all of my town chores done. And so I think the only thing I wanted to update on number 3 was the food. And it's quite a big update because, you know, I've moved back to the foods that I was eating before, which has been great. One of the things that I was thinking about is I mentioned the other day the Thunderbird bars, that the pineapple ones, chili pineapple, that were not my favorite. But interestingly, I had pulled them from my pack and put them in a box I had sent home because they were just bothering my stomach. And bromelain will do that. So bromelain's from the pineapple. And chili probably as well, right? Irritant. But both of those are anti-inflammatories. And this is interesting because I ended up with 3 of them in my bear can this time. And one my knee and ankle were inflamed. And so I know that new shoes have been great. But I also wonder if it's the anti-inflammatory nutrients of the pineapple, which has the bromelain, and the cayenne. So I don't know. I think I'll wait. Well, okay. Let me tell you a little bit about the other nutrition stuff that I'm figuring out. So I calculated calories for a couple of days, and I think I'm somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500, at least for the days that I calculated, which is pretty good for me. And, you know, I am aiming for 4, but it's not always easy to hit that target. But I also used Apple Health. I don't wear an iWatch or any other kind of Garmin or fitness tracker, but it showed that my expenditure was 2,300 calories or something, and that wasn't even including a backpack or what I normally would expend just being alive, which is about 1,800 to 2,000 calories, I'm guessing. So that puts me around 45, and I'm only consuming 35. So I know that I need to keep that up, and incorporating different ways of doing that, and I've shared some of that in other videos. But the other thing I thought I'd mention is that I'm getting kind of tired of coffee in the morning, which is really weird. I've never cared for the caffeine jolt. That's not right. Drink coffee. I like the taste of it, but I feel like it's just something that I'm trying to get done. And oatmeal as well has not been really something that I'm enjoying. So I thought about doing just a couple of days of no stove and seeing how that goes. I am not ready to do that yet. I still have a stove. It is my backup for water filtration. So if something goes wrong with my Sawyer, just boil water, and that will kill all the stuff in it. So I need my stove regardless. But just some ideas of things that are changing, and an update on the nutrition piece of things. I will post right after this video a couple photos of screenshots that I captured with some of that information. And I'll see you tomorrow.